start. Hi guys, and welcome to Precious Charlotte. It is just me again because so we have something exciting, and I'm gonna unbox it. I was having a particularly bad day, like I was not okay, and then I went to pick this up and I realized that I wrote myself a message when I processed this order, and the message was, "You deserve this." And I think that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. It's just rewarding yourself and allowing yourself to have the things that you wish to have, given whatever life situation you're going through, given whatever hardships you're facing. If it means make yourself an enjoyable meal, do that. If it means that you're going to buy something that I guess contributes to the things that you enjoy doing, do it. Do it. The importance of rewarding yourself cannot be highlighted, and I cannot stress it any more than that. I found it very inspiring when I read this. So I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's mine. And then I saw the message that I wrote to myself. For me, it's an ode to making great attempts at facing the day sometimes, being somebody that still lives with mental health issues. It's very important that you adopt a system that you can sustain, that will enable you to sometimes face very difficult days. First of all, this box is very lightweight, and again, I'm worried about this purchase. But we'll get right into the conversation. I just need to open this. There's probably more efficient ways to do this, but you know what? It's okay. Okay, so we've opened that up. Yeah, this is the contents of our box. And so what I was saying is that you need to be able to adopt a system for yourself, because you already understand that you're in a position where you're battling things that other people are either not battling or too scared to admit that they are battling. And so the onus is on you to really exercise a system that enables you to, when you fall, come back up again. When you struggle to leave your bed, start implementing certain things that will allow you to overcome minor fallbacks. You know what I mean? We have a Velbon movie tripod stand here. All that it says is that it is a two-way fluid head, smooth action for 4K movie with quick release plates. I'm not happy. It's very lightweight. This thing is not going to survive, or maybe not. Let's just see. I don't like the bag. It's going to leave us. You know what? It's smooth. Is it the best thing? I don't think so. It's very frail. It won't survive some of the fast-paced things that we do. Again, I think this comes with just not being able to afford very expensive things, like things that cost me thousands of money. You know what I mean? Comes with that. This comes with really not being able to afford expensive equipment and having to make do with what you have. It's very stable. I love that. We're just gonna see how we can. Says it got a. I don't understand the concept of a fluid head. I think Precious is the one that kind of manipulated me into doing this. Oh, ooh, I love. It's like so smooth. Let me like try to fit that thing. So it has a mechanism here, basically like. Guys, I don't know. I'm just fascinated because like our old one, it was like so frail, and you could only like move it in a certain direction. This plate is very small, so let's grab a camera and let's see if we are going to be able to fit this in. It's quite small. Given that we have this very heavy camera in life, you know, worried that somewhere, somehow, we're going to lose stability. I should have checked. Guys, wait, what does this do? Something here. What stops this from moving? It should be this one. Yeah, that kind of tightens it up. I don't know what. You know what? I'm happy because what does it mean for me not to be happy at this point? Guys, please look at this. Please look at this. Like, just focus on the fact that we have something exciting. Look at this. Look at how nice that, like, look at how smooth that thing is. I love it. I love it. It's not the best, but that is what you get when you're trying to maximize on quality upgrades, I guess, but with a limited budget. So I like this and I'm happy. And that is our unboxing. But again, going back into the conversation, this for me meant that I get to do the things that I enjoy doing in a smoother, much more professional looking way. I don't like that it doesn't have a handle. I get to do the things that I enjoy doing in a smoother, professional looking way with the tripod that won't like lose its leg at events because it has happened before. But it means that I see where my money is going. I see that, guys, when I tell you that we compromise, we sacrifice meals, we sacrifice groceries, we sacrifice like even the money that we get like from some of the stuff that we do outside of like school, it's not a lot to buy us good equipment. Besides the junk food, we sacrifice a lot of money and a lot of hanging out with friends, a lot of events, doing nice things, just so that we are able to get like going with some of the stuff that we want to create. And so for me it was very important to make this purchase because it meant that you know, we get to do something that we enjoy doing. We get to see where our money is going. We get to see our vision manifest itself. We get to visualize the big picture and the big dream. I'm very excited with that, and in that we're moving in that direction. But I continue to highlight the fact that you need to reward yourself. If you've left your bed this morning, make yourself an enjoyable cup of coffee. Don't make a quick coffee. Make it full and creamy and take your time. Really be mindful when you're making it. Stir that sugar in like it's for you because you are important and you've done something that was very difficult. You made a fair attempt at doing something that particular day or that particular time in your life, and you overcame and you came out of it. Whether or not you did well, great, failed, didn't succeed, succeeded, You got to it, you challenged yourself, and you did it. And for me, that calls for a reward. The little thing, when a kid does something very cute and you clap for them, that builds your confidence, that builds their confidence and their self-esteem. Next time they do it, they won't have the fear of doing it. Next time they do it, they don't have the doubt of doing it. Why can't we treat ourselves with that kind of gentleness and regard of, clapping hands for ourselves when we've gotten to do something that we've initially found very difficult, of we found difficulty in executing, not because it was a difficult task, but because we're challenged in this whole, maybe not challenge, but we're finding difficulty just navigating through life. So this message that I wrote for myself, I guess for us as a unit as well, that we deserve everything that we're doing. Precious is doing amazing with some of the things that he's doing. So we also have a system of just reminding ourselves as a unit that, well done. Together, some of the things that we bounce off and the energies that we bounce off of each other helps us to sort of feel better. So reward yourself, clap for yourself, congratulate yourself, appreciate yourself, show yourself the amounts of regard that a mother would show to their young. You deserve that. You deserve to regard yourself, because in especially times like this where everyone is busy, man, everyone is just doing something out there, everyone is trying to figure life out, everyone is trying to put two and two together, where other people cannot come for you in that regard. You need to be there for yourself. Always avail yourself for the help of others, because some people come with just that energy of being loving and gentle and caring and helping you come up from a space which is very low. But what you have to ultimately be able to implement in your life, just so that you can get through the day sometimes, is a system where you are able to do certain things. And if you're not able, that's fine. But if you've done something, even if for that day you've spoken to a friend and you've reached out to a friend and told them that, I'm not okay, but I'm working on it, reward yourself for that, because you were brave enough to do that. If you went out for a walk, or you went out to make a meal, some of these things that we disregard on every other day, because life is like, get that done. For some people it is an effort. It requires immense preparation and overcoming, and it's just this huge mountain. To some people it's like, leave the bed, get to bath, make a meal, head out, get to work. Some people, the work is at the very top. Just the first few steps of that mountain that you have to climb, for some people, is a lot. And for me, it is a place in my life where I've recently been. Life gets tough and very hectic and very uncomfortable sometimes, and where I had been in that space, but realized that, I also have this dream, I also have this passion that I enjoy just engaging in every day, and let me do something that feeds into that. Because school is frustrating me does not mean that my life centers around that. Because I face problems with certain things about myself does not mean that my entire life stops at that. And I think that is a change and a shift in mindset that I've had to exercise, just so that I can move past certain things, just so that I can move into other parts of my life and fulfill other parts of my life. So I had been at that low, and like, what, let's do this. Let's help Precious Charlotte. Let's unite in this big vision of doing stuff for the channel and for some of the work that we do outside of the channel. Let us make this investment. So shout out to Precious, actually, for being a good boyfriend. at this point in life, he's really doing great. Because if you don't get somebody to support you and, you know, be that thing that will encourage you to do better, but also call you out when needs be, you tend to spiral into this negative space all by yourself. And I'm very, I guess I'm very blessed to have a partner like him in life right now, where needed, when necessary. But just not to just, so that we don't deviate from the conversation, you need to convince yourself that you're doing great. Maybe that will help you get to do something. Once you've done that something, then you can congratulate yourself for doing that particular thing. That congratulation and that reward system may feed into you feeling like you're actually doing great. It's a life hack, maybe not, whatever. Maybe it will help you, maybe not, but it has been a thing that I've tried to implement in my life. Whenever we make a large purchase, we convince ourselves, we're like, okay, bruh, like this money would have went to this instead. Listen, this is what we're doing now, so it surely we're doing something good, right? And then we just make the purchase. And so yeah, I feel like I'm just babbling right now. A huge part of us returning into the YouTube space meant that we have to change the way in which we go about the system, and we're excited to present, you know, a different phase in Precious Charlotte and the message that we want to send across to everyone. It's been me. I think I'm fine without Precious, actually. I think I do great without him, actually. So if you don't see him around, just know that, yeah, I've enjoyed doing this so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for getting to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Well, I hope you're ready. I hope you feel like you're ready to subscribe to this channel. And if you're not, that's fine. Just tune in, engage, leave a comment, you know, let us know what you think. Let us know how you feel. If you want to like engage us outside of the YouTube space, all our social media details is in the description box. Hit us up, slide in the DMs. You know what I mean? And let's try. Let's make a fair attempt at this life thing. I send love and strength to you all, whatever you're going through. I hope you do everything necessary to help yourself. I hope you seek help outwards, and you be fine.